But my point is, well, if a grown-up said that to you, or said that to me, and they do, I better show the pearly whites. You know, or I give myself as an example because you're going to endure lots of things in this world. And if you can't bridle your tongue and know that revenge is not yours, you're going to get in trouble. And if you're a male, especially a black male, I'm going to say it, go ahead and say something stupid, you're going to go to jail. Okay? Say it's stupid, you're going to go to jail. You know, I've had confrontation with the police where you ask a question and they just get smart. And I'm like, hey, I just asked a question, man. But if you retaliate, say something stupid, he's going to lock you up. He gonna get you. If you a male, black, white, pink, or orange, you a man, they gonna get you. Say something smart to the police, you going away. But a woman can get away with it a little more. But a man, that's why if I encounter the police, yes sir, no sir. You know, I'm not gonna engage you because I know you're in charge on paperwork, not by the Spirit. But God did ordain law, so you gotta respect it. If you're stupid enough to go in and say something smart to them folks, you deserve to go to jail. Because it's going to cost you time and money. Now, you must live in a world of reality. If you think that things don't matter because of certain situations, you're wrong. That's what makes you smart. Okay? You can't go to California and live the way you live in Mississippi, California. You ain't going to make it. You're going to transition to what they do, or you're going to be sent back to the South. So somebody else can help you, H-E-B. L-H-E-L-E. You get it?
Yeah.
It's a different world out there. They pick on you out there about how you talk, but they're not no better than you. They just think they are. I lived in California for years. They think they're better than me. New York, oh, I'm right in New York. Broke, as I don't know what, I won't tell you how to live your life. Now, turn your Bibles to the book of Psalm 94. Psalm 94 and 1. I'm going to show you something about revenge and how you're going to help yourself. I'm going to go ahead and go before you, okay? O Lord God, to whom vengeance belongeth. O God, to whom vengeance belongeth. Shew thyself. It says vengeance belongs to God, not you. Now, go to Romans 12. 17 through 21. I'm going to go ahead of you. And it reads, recompense to no man, evil for evil. Provide things honest in the sight of all men. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peacefully with all men. Dearly beloved, avenge not yourselves. This is God talking to y'all. But rather give place unto wrath, for it is written, vengeance is mine. That means his. That's why you reap what you sow. I will repay, saith the Lord. He will repay, not you. Therefore, if thine enemy hunger, feed him. If he thirst, give him drink. This is God. For in so doing thou shalt heap coals of fire on his head. Be not overcome of evil, but overcome evil with good. Now the topic I'm taking is revenge belongs to God. It's quite simple. You saw that coming, didn't you? Revenge belongs to God. I want you to call Parchment and tell the warden to give you a list of all people who are in prison because they retaliated because somebody did something to them. Bunch of them. He did that to me, I'm going to go back and do it. I'm going to do something to you. You can't live that way. And you can't teach it to your children. Everything you do, they see you. Everything you say, they listen. Everything you become, they want to become too. I know my kids say, same thing, I want to be just like Dad. Well, wonderful. But I don't want you to go through what I went through to get here. Everything that you do, there's a consequence. Revenge ain't yours because somebody called you ugly. Somebody said you were not so pretty. Somebody said your hair not so pretty. Or some folk you pick at folk because they say they too dark. Or they too pale. Or you got bumps. Your teeth ugly. You buck teeth. Huh? You smell. Shut your mouth. If you truly want to help, do something kind. Or say something kind. Because if not, you don't know who you're talking to. You can say the wrong thing to somebody, they smack you. Or shoot or stab you. Because you hurt their feelings. I heard people come tell me, they're crying. I said, what's wrong? She hurt my feelings. I said, how hurt your feelings? So-and-so, so-and-so. My aunt told me, she said, if you don't lose that weight, you won't die. I said, and you cried? He said, after I wanted to hit her. And we was at a funeral, we come to mourn and just say goodbye, and she up there talking about, I'm gonna die. He said, I wanted to hit her so bad. You know, she 80 something. I said, man, thank God you didn't hit her, because you gotta answer God for that. I said, you must understand, you gotta overlook these people. Revenge is not yours. Pray for her, if anything, to stop talking so much. You can talk yourself out of a blessing and into poverty. It's according to who you are, but if you're positive, you can talk your way out of poverty into blessing. Never tell a child to stop talking if they're just being a child, unless they're saying something stupid. But you can talk your way out of poverty and out of the ghetto. Because speaking is a powerful thing. That's why you have preachers, number one, and motivational speakers, number two. They come from preaching, except for they're writing positive books and teaching you the affirmation of how to think. How to think your way out, because you become what you think. If you don't believe it, tell yourself you're beautiful every day and watch how long and how quick is you're going to start saying to yourself, I'm beautiful. And you're going to start believing it. You see them people hit the girl, oh, done up, she just, woo! I'm pretty. You can't tell me I ain't pretty. See, she put in her head that she's beautiful. And she get the men too. Girl, I date you. Because she put in her head that I'm beautiful. Oh, she knows she had it. She probably working on it. But until then, I'm stuck. Because she got tired of hiding in the house. When folk were hurting her feelings. Oh, you're fat, you this, that, oh, you ain't this, that. I've seen girls that were heavy, and guys that were heavy when they were younger, they got picked on, and they wanted revenge. You know how they got revenge? They went on a diet. Whoa! Started lifting them weights and started running. And man, all of a sudden, a couple years later, woo! They was like, is that you? I got revenge. So that's one way of getting it. But if you're ignorant, that means lack of knowledge. Revenge gonna get you. You want to hurt everybody. Or you want to go tell something you saw because they said something to you. Or they said something to your child. And that's the worst revenge. They did something to your child, you gonna go down there and get them. Oh, I've seen it now. I've seen women, men too, drive up at the door. Hey, your kid bust my kid eye, I'm gonna pop him. Send him out. You want me to send my child out? So you can whip her? Yeah. Go get the gun, Lily. Lily, get the gun, quick! I'm gonna shoot you. Hey, somebody across the street, call 911. Gonna call the police quick, because he finna shoot. They heard you about them kids. I'll tell you something else too, you can't always believe your child. You better do an investigation. Child get you messed up. Call man a couple lies. When the teacher called and said he did it, I said, hey man, you do that? Man, I ain't do that. I said, good, go on to your room. I don't care. You think I'm gonna go up there and took your cell phone? I told you not to take that phone up there. Your phone gone. They say get it at the end of the year. That's when your talking is. It's straight talk anyway, the minute's gonna run out. Unlimited is cool, straight talk. Straight talk, all right. But I got straight talk. Better swap over there. Straight talk, good. You know, and go to California and get a good service. Straight talk done took over. Ain't no contract, Miami. Straight talk got revenge on AT&T. They got revenge on all of them. I'ma show y'all. I'm gonna get this money. They even offering the home phone service now. Unlimited, international, and local, and whatever else. Come on over $15. Plug in and talk. That's for them old folks. They cater to everything they can. Home phone for the old folks who don't know how to work on cell phone. They just know how to and call. Revenge is not yours. You're going to get in trouble. And you get in trouble, sometimes it may cost you to get out. Oh, yeah. Like a girl told me once. She said I got into it with my ex-baby daddy girlfriend. She said something about my baby. And I had to go down there and get her. So she went down there and got the girl punched out. The girl must have beat her up. She went to the car and come on back with a blade. Shoot! Right across her face. Sat in jail down there. Can't make bond. And they're going crazy. Got 2 or 3 kids. Who gonna keep them? Because you want revenge, they were left with somebody they shouldn't be around. A bunch of drunks. And that baby got touched. Yeah. Because you were stupid. You went down there and cut that girl. They let her out. 6-7 months later, because the bond high, the DA said, well, she done set enough time in there, we're going to let her out on probation. By this time, the baby raped. Over and over. Because the folks that they left her with was drinkers. You keep them, I ain't keep you keep them. Come on now. Don't think the enemy ain't thinking he's trying to get you at all times. You cut that girl, guess what? He was really focusing on them kids. He said, I'm going to get them kids. I'm going to get them. If I'm going to get you, I got you too. But I'm going to mess you up further and get them kids. The enemy ain't just out to give, he wants to see. See, he thinks ahead. I dealt with a lot of demons. Spoke with him, talked with him, then you danced around him, made him dance. He the same hateful thing. When I heard a spirit say, I want to destroy the bloodline lineage, that ain't even the way we talk. That's heavenly talk. That's realm talk. We don't talk lineage. I said the lineage, that means destroying everything. That means kill everything that God made good in his family. He said, I've been doing it since the 1600s. And I was like, well, it's 2000 or whatever. You add it in. Destroying their family, everybody in jail, folks in poverty. Nobody can't get no husband. Nobody can't keep no wife. Destroy your bloodline, the lineage. He'll get in. And most of you don't believe this. Cut your curses, cut your strongholds. You ain't even gotta be a Christian and your life will get better. Because you cut it off. It's like a faucet that's running that you can't hear. The faucet is running, your bill going up. But you can't hear it. But when you cut the curse, you say, I hear water running. I think I'm going to go cut it off. And you cut it off, your blessing comes. Some of you got husbands and wives that you want to get revenge on. Oh yeah, you do. Because they said something to you. You don't have a wife, you can't call your wife ugly. She ain't never going to forgive it. You better not call her a B word. Oh, you know you done. Yeah, you done. You done. See, because, I'll be honest with you. You know, I've been married. Better watch what you're saying to your wife. Better watch what you're saying. The feelings are different than me. You call me hamburger all day. I'm like, whatever, man. But if you call a woman that, she gonna say, you ugly little, you boy, y'all gonna get this baby. He gonna run out and say, no, but she's telling me I was said that. She did. But she don't know that he called you a bad name. Because she didn't have a drink of beer, smoke cigarettes, and a little weed around the corner. He outside calling folks names. Y'all see a little bad kid in the neighborhood and running around crazy. Doing everything to everybody. Stealing folks back off the porch. Doing everything. Oh yeah. That means how you take the sugar. Who are that? You take it. Revenge is not yours. Raise your hand if you ever wanted to get revenge at another person. I'm in it too. I'm in it. Oh yeah. And you know you gotta catch yourself before you get in trouble. You say, oh, if I do that, woo, that ain't gonna be right. And I ain't gonna say this. I know some folks get revenge, they go to the voodoo bag. I got you. Oops. I'm gonna get low. I ain't gonna ask for my hand raising down here. Everybody innocent when it comes to the mojo bag. But I'm gonna show her pretty self. I'm gonna put you on my man. Oh yeah, and she might not want him. He just looking at her, and you mad. Get her. Grandma. What, baby? Red alert. Red alert! She said, okay, baby, come around with that gun. Red alert, and you hold your bag. Oh, I'm talking real. I'm talking real to you, baby. Oh yeah, I know I get the calls. Then I go to red alert. It's gonna cost you this. That's my red alert. I'm DJ Red Alert. It's gonna cost that to undo it. But you didn't do anything to deserve it. But look good. And cause he got wandering eyes. Every time that girl come around in front of your woman, that woman saying, I'm gonna stop that. She ain't blaming the man because she love him. See, love will blind you. Love will mess you up in some instances. Have you doing stuff you never been doing? So the girl looked like a chicken after she do it to her. All shriveled up. Now she ain't pretty no more. And then he say, ooh, something wrong with her. She probably got AIDS while you're looking at her stupid. No, you voodoo that girl. She got revenge. But it belongs to God and you're going to reap what you sow. It's coming back at you. And your kids if you don't cut the curse. Prophet, why I can't prosper? I do everything. I got a college degree, can't get no job. I said, son, somebody in your bloodline did so much voodoo, it hurt you today. That's why you can't get ahead. Some of them believe it, some of them don't. I know a lot of witches. I know a lot of witches go to church praising Jesus and go home, say, I sure can fix that baby. Oh, you want that preacher up there? Come on, let me show you. You gonna fool that preacher? I'll show you what to do. Yeah, most of them. You know, just because you're a preacher don't mean they ain't fooling around. Yeah, it's a true saying. The preacher, most ain't got no respect no more. Because he out there with the women too. Yeah. But he just wearing a 3-piece suit and got a Bible. Well, I'll tell you this so that you understand yours. I don't want you. And don't come at me that way. Go home. You don't know what you think you know. I like my blessing. I like to have money. I'm going to cut it out for no whatever. All the same. Now, go to 1 Peter 3:9. I'm going to go ahead of you because I'm calling myself preaching right now. Not rendering evil for evil or railing for railing, but contrariwise blessing, knowing that ye are thereunto called, that ye should inherit a blessing. You can't do evil for evil. I got many scriptures in here that I might read telling you revenge ain't yours. It ain't. But you think it's yours because you can do something about it. That's why the police exist, for folk who want to just get out there and say, I ain't thinking about you, I'm a speed. Huh? I hear a lot of folks say, they wouldn't give me like that, the police. Yeah, they would. Go on down there and do what he or she did. They gonna tase you too. Huh? But I've seen folks go to the cops, I whooped them too. Tear him up. Got a worldwide alert for him. We looking for so-and-so, what happened? He went there and beat up Sergeant so-and-so. Bust him up. Oh, cops get a whooping too. Oh yeah, and you don't really know, most of them scared. You see them in the grocery store, they don't speak. They scared, like, what are you gonna do? Because you know why? You're not doing it right. You got in the clique and you get revenge against folk out there you shouldn't have did it against. Because you want to stay in the clique and keep your job. Huh? You gotta do folk right. If you take the criticism they give you and go on, God gonna avenge you. But see, you gotta learn how to get stronger and ignore that stuff. Now, because of what I teach, getting your feelings hurt and you take it literally and you mourn and cry, you get demon possessed. And then you catch yourself always crying. When somebody hurt your feelings, you always crying. I met an old lady one time. I had a satellite contract with Dish Network, and and paying people to install satellites. We went to a lady's house. The guys didn't know what they was doing, so obviously I was a contractor, so I had to go out and look at this job they were doing, because we all got trained for every situation. And the old lady said, they're gonna fix my satellite because I ain't taking no more junk from nobody. I said, excuse me? I ain't taking junk! I said, what junk? They just don't know what they're doing. I said, I'll fix it. We're running in there. Well, you better, because I ain't taking no junk. Been taking junk for 80-something years. I'm 84 years old, son. I'm tired of taking junk. I want revenge. Well, I said, you can't get it on me. I don't know you. But she was mean to us, call us names, because she wanted revenge. Because all them years they hurt her, she decided at 84 she was going to take it out on us. But she was in the wrong. I told me, y'all shut up. I said, I'll tell you later. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Don't go to my front door. Go out my back door. Yes, ma'am. Y'all come on, man. You better lay the back door. You better not break that on my house. Yes, ma'am. I said, if y'all don't like how they want to talk, get out of here. Because if you don't know how to take criticism and how folks talk, you can't work long with me. Because folks gonna say stuff. Some of them come in the house, man, you gotta take your boots off. If you don't like, call dispatch and say, hey, they want me to have my boots on, dispatch gonna tell you to leave. But you can't say nothing to them people because the customer gonna be first. Because they gonna get that money. Some folks treat you bad because they know they can do it. They know you can't say nothing. Go to Dollar General, one of them cashiers. What's up with you? You don't want to work. You ain't nobody. She can't say nothing back. She fired. Because Dollar General said, we get this money. Take the criticism. You didn't start this company. Take the criticism. If you can't take criticism, you're going to be poor all your life. If you think you can get revenge on folks, God going to get you. I'm going to tell you what's going to make you more stronger is when you understand this world ain't perfect. But you ain't got to be taking just junk, not just anything. But there are some things you're going to take. And you need to teach your children, this world ain't perfect. I'm taking care of you quite well, but I'm preparing you for the world and how it's going to be. Some kids think you shouldn't yell at them, time to time. But it's not good to yell all the time, but you're going to raise your voice. I heard kids say, Mama don't like me, and she always screaming at me. Well, man, you already doing something that ain't right. Understand revenge ain't yours. Go to get it, and God will get you. There are times that basically we are our own enemy. We did it to ourselves. You want to blame everybody else? Look at yourself. When we would talk to the prisoners and get out of prison, the guys come out of prison, and they would come out from talking to a mentor in jail who had life. And he would teach them to just accept you put yourself here. Accept God made law. Accept the cops study criminals. The criminals study cops. But God gonna bless the cops, not you. Because God ordained law in the heavens to operate down here. Now we know crooked cops is wrong, or crooked school teachers, or whatever else. But you gotta respect your elders. You gotta respect authority. If you come in here today because I'm in charge here and you start saying things, I'm gonna say somebody go ahead and lead on out the door now. We don't want to hear that. So to get something, sometimes you gotta bow. Yes, ma'am. Yes, yeah. Hey, you saying yourself on the inside, whatever. You know it. But if you think revenge is yours, you're wrong. It ain't yours. And God don't show you. When you think God should do something for you, He ain't, because you're wrong. My last scripture here in Matthew 5:38 and 39. It's going to go ahead of you, okay? You have heard that it has been said, an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth. But I say unto you, that ye resist not evil, but whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn him to the other also. An eye for an eye. That means God take care of it, not you. I heard people say all the time, let's quote that thing. God said, eye for an eye, hit me, hit you back. It don't mean that. He said, turn the other cheek. You can't hit folks back. Now, unless it's a court, now you protecting yourself different. You better wake up. You want something from God, but you ain't giving right. You ain't giving out right. You ain't living right. And just because you live right don't mean everything will go your way anyway. So guess what? You got to go to the next level and say, God, show me what's going on in my life that I can't get ahead. And then guess what? You'll come up with master property. And then you're going to start prospering. Because God will show you the other end that you were not taught. Everything that I've dealt with, not all of it, some of that stuff ain't even biblical. But there's a scripture in here that will sum it up, kind of, that means that. But you got to research the word. You understand? Whoever heard of a spirit that says, I got in that person in the womb. The Bible ain't telling you exactly that. It says in Ephesians 6 and 12 that you wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principality and wickedness in high places. So he got in the womb. You were possessed before you came out as a child. You know, we proved it here, did we not?
Yes.
The demon spoke it. Like, how'd you get in? Through sin from somebody way down that way. The Bible said the way you sin is death. See, somebody got revenge on somebody, sin was opened up, demons started moving. That's why people say, when people say they're gay, they say, I was born this way. Now you know what they're talking about. They knew when they were 2 or 3 years old, they liked boys. Or if they was a girl, they knew when they were 2 or 3 years old, they liked girls. It was only the demon operating. Oh, he'll get you. He'll get you. He will. And if you don't learn how to love yourself about what you look like, you ain't never gonna do nothing. Never. Hey man, Roseanne Barr, Monique, whatever them folks is, them heavy folks, they broke the mold in Hollywood for heaviness. Huh? Even the rapper Heavy D, they came through there, Fat Joe. I'm beautiful. And they did it. Not that they didn't want to change, but if you look at all of them, they all lost weight. They did. They sure did. You can't always be one way because somebody wants you to be. You know? But you can work on it. Don't hide yourself in the house. I've met people, especially women, but I don't look this and that. I can't go do this and that. I said, man, you're missing out on life because I'm saying folks talking about you, they ain't paying your bills. No, folks ain't treating you like nobody. But then you can act too uppity and too high, they won't be around you because they can't break your self-esteem. You see? Because if you want to challenge me, you're going to lose. I'm very smart. And please don't get a match with me about janking. That's what we call it in the hood. You're going to lose. Oh, you are going to lose. I'm going to be set to entertain all you. And you're going to be in bad shape. You can't kill my spirit because I'm here. Yeah, well, I can make you believe it. Because I believe it. Oh, he think he all that. See, I had you to believe it. Tell yourself you're poor all day and you ain't got nothing. That's what you're going to have. You're going to have it. Keep telling yourself you can't afford something, you can't never have nothing. Keep telling yourself that people don't like you, then I'll be around people be saying bad things to me, whatever. How you gonna cut your life off?
That's right.
Huh? Facebook show that. Everybody on there telling everything. How you gonna blame somebody if you put it on Facebook? You told everybody. Huh? Man, they told off selling drugs. No, you didn't. You put it on Facebook. Cops come get you. Everything they do on Facebook. Going to the bathroom. Just got the bathroom. You know, really love. Yeah, man, went to the store, man. Cop just pulled me over, man. Yeah, man, lost my license, man. Man, I'm on probation, man. Tell the whole world you're on probation. Man, you're on probation. You cannot tell nobody. Shut up. I saw one guy have a car wreck one time. He bagged them folks, gave him $100, not to call the cops. Look, let me independent. He said, I paid for it. He's gonna call. My PO gonna put me in jail. It's $100. I said, come here, idiot. Come here. Do you know that you don't go to jail for having a fender bender, man? You just gave them folks a $300, boy. You're ignorant. You can't go to prison for having a fender bender. But I've been smoking. Okay, man, pay them folks. Ma'am, get more out of him. He been smoking. Get it. Right here. If you meet someone that's very intelligent and they study things that you're not studying, see, I came from a neighborhood, it was fairly decent. We lived in the woods, which was wonderful. I hated it when I was younger, but now I appreciate it because we were protected in the woods versus being in New York and California, or the places I've been. I wouldn't want my children raised in that environment. You're older, you're wiser. And we never knew what crack was until our cousin got on it, but we had never saw it. And we knew he was on crack, but we never saw crack. Until one day my 65-year-old uncle was selling it. And I was like, you selling drugs? All the checks you get from Vietnam and everything else? You selling drugs? I ain't gonna say what uncle, it'd be all in the door. But I ain't gonna say which uncle. But he was one of them that liked me. And my mother said, yeah, he's just like his daddy. His daddy was doing that thing and he would too. I said, obviously he's 65 instead of crack. And he had money. I don't know why he was doing it. But he didn't get caught. But when you're from a place like that, you appreciate how you were brought up. You have more manners, more respect for yourself. Hello, I'm over here. Hello. Whoop, there it is. My last word before I close. Leave revenge alone. Leave it to God. Stay away from it. It's just like I'm talking about selling drugs. Stay away from selling drugs. Stay away from negative people. Stay away from folk who ain't saying God is first. Stay away from it because you are the environment you hang around. I heard a guy say one time, man, I spent a third of my life in prison. And he said life was meant to be enjoyed. Because you know, I was in the jail business for a long time. And he said life was meant to be enjoyed, but I didn't know it until I went to prison and saw how I couldn't enjoy it. Get up, lay down, stand over here, stand over there. You know so-and-so, so-and-so. You know, shut up. And he said, man, that ain't no way to live. I said, man, you reap what you sow. You got to pay restitution with time and money. It's in the word. Man be incarcerated, he climbed. And the laws we have today, you can't do nothing's a felony. Everything's a felony. And they get you on the felony rap, you can't work nowhere. Then you gotta be creative. And you need to come see someone like me so I can teach you how to get out. Now, I'm working on a book. It's called 25 Different Ways to Obtain Finances as a Felon. I'm gonna teach you how to get a business as a convicted felon. Ways to get this and that. Because sometimes when you're a felon, you can't get a license. I'm going to teach you how to get a business, how to get money to start a business so you can better yourself. And there's lots of money out there y'all don't know about. They don't want you to know. The government don't want you to know. And that's the same government that President Obama is over. Maybe he don't want you to know. I don't know. But I've seen folks get money that was just filling out an application and got $25,000. They keep that hush-hush. Oh, yeah. And you're trying to get it, you need it. They also got money out there for who ain't got no cars, who ain't got no house. They fill out an application, as long as you qualify, you ain't got much income, they're gonna give it to you. But it's low. They ain't gonna tell you. You gotta know a certain person to get there. I know some things, certain folks I'm gonna tell it to, because some folks just ruin it. It is what it is. Sometimes you gotta be quiet. But I think it's wrong when you got old folk living in these shack houses. Them folk, y'all need to go to them folks and say, hey, this is available to you. Come on, get it. And I believe give it to the older folk before the young. Them folks deserve it. They just never thought they didn't have an air conditioning unit. They didn't have anything. Other door.